In this video, I'm going to talk about CIS30A Lab 2 Exercise 8. We are using string sequencing, slice method, and also string slicing to display specific substring inside a string. Given America, land of the free, and we are to use slice constructor to be able to only display America for part A. Part B, we want to reverse index sequencing using negative index to display free, and to use index sequencing in an object that display the second, the fourth, and every other following character using start, stop, and step in slice. So to write this program, pretty straightforward, very similar to what we've seen in number 1, but in this case we're using slice. So to start, we would have a variable and we would assign it the string that's given in the problem, which is America, land of the free. Then I have another variable called S1, and it's going to store the first slice. So we are going to slice 7. So we're going to go all the way up 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And our marker is going to be at 7. So we're going to slice 7, which gives us America. For the second step, which is part B, I have a variable called S2, and we are using negative indices to be able to display free. So we're going to use the slice method, and we are going to start from the back, which is -1, and we are going to move left as we only gonna slice out this particular substring, which is free. So we're going to go from -5, -1, -2, -3, -4, and we're going to mark at -5. So we're going to go from -5 to -1, so that way we would have the word free. So that would be displayed here after we ran the program. Then part C requires us to use index sequencing to display second, fourth, and every other following characters in the string. So we are going to use, first I have S3 as a variable, then we're going to use slice, and we are going to start with, we're going to have to start with the first, and we're going to go to the end, and we are going to jump every 2. Now if we change this to 0, that would gives us the first letter, and it's gonna go every other, as I would have a total of about 25 characters in that. So in this, it actually asks us to display the second, so we actually have to start from the second, which is 1, index 1, because 0 is the first, and we're going to go until the end, so the start, the stop, and the jump or the step. So how many it's going to be able to increment through. So when we run this, we would have the first, which is M, and then it's going to skip the E, it's going to go to the R, it's going to skip the I, it's going to go to the C, it's going to skip the A, go to the comma, it's going to skip and the comma, and then since it's treating white space here, it's going to go to the L, skip A, at N, and so forth. So this is what we see as the output when we step through every 2 from the second in the index 1, which is the second element, all the way to the end of that particular string. So after we slice it, of course, we have to print it, and you can print it after each one, or you can print it all at the end. So what I did was I have a print, and I simply have the string. I brought down the string name here to here, and then this was the S1 was what was stored as characters for each of the slice. So basically it stores those indices for each of the slice simply. And then what I did was I printed these, and that's what I get as output here. And that concludes Lab 2 Exercise 8, where we use slice constructor and sequencing with indices for our string.